Here I am, baby. Signed, sealed, delivered. Here I am, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Lonnie, what are you doing with the music? You got it up. Are you trying to keep me awake? Is that the whole idea of today's music? Lonnie's trying to keep me awake out there, folks. Got George here with me. It's 9 o'clock, but before we get into this segment, I need to thank a couple more of our sponsors. Lonnie, turn that down a little bit so I can think. Give me room to think here, Lonnie. Woo, man. Hey, folks, if you'd like to sponsor our show, 706-889-9700, or send us an email, chief@fetchernews.com. I want to thank the 1907 restaurant located off the square down in Ellijay. Go check out the 1907 restaurant for lunch. The UPS store of East Ellijay, North Georgia Diamond, located in the East Ellijay Walmart Shopping Center. That's North Georgia Diamond. Go see Bill and Allison today. Promotional code FetcherNews.com. Mattress Overstocked. Go see Gary Richard or Rhonda, the mattress lady, for the best mattress at the best price. They truly want to help you sleep better. 706-698-7378. Located in the East Ellijay Walmart Shopping Center. Promotional code FetcherNews.com. Tell them Fetcher News BKP sent you. Here's a guy I want to recommend, Webb Works Lawn Care, locally owned, reliable service. Call Justin Webb. He's ready to work for you today. Just give him a call at 706-889-4893. He does mowing, trimming, leaf blowing, edging, cleanup, and more. Give him a call for a free estimate. George, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, brother. Listen, that was a good show you did last night, conducting that little forum with the 4 candidates for probate judge at Gilman County. I was impressed. Too bad you didn't know your fly was open.
George.
I have one other question to ask. Nobody noticed, hardly anybody noticed. Don't worry about it. Did you notice?
No, I didn't. Obviously, I didn't notice a thing.
Why is it that lawyers or candidates for judge think or feel they've got to dress in black? Every one of them was clothed in black attire. I mean, not one had a lovely shirt like the one you're wearing.
Well, I will say this.
You'll take care of that other problem tonight, won't you?
Yes, George.
Okay, we'll forget about it.
George, I will say this, and just to touch on that, thank you for your kind words, but
it was well done.
they're four good candidates. They're good people, and they did a great job. Now, let me tell you what I want to see. I want to see this because, I watched Meet the Press, and we'll get on to whatever subject you want to get into this morning. I watched Meet the Press. Glenn Beck is determined he will never vote for Trump. I watched it this weekend. He will never vote for Trump. Never. What I really would like to see is Trump become the nominee and Cruz the vice president and put Beck in a box to see what he does then.
Well, he's one vote, so
see if he'll vote for Ted Cruz if he's on the ticket with Donald Trump. George, what direction would you like to go in this morning?
Well, the Democrats still have the problem with Hillary, and her negatives are as far down apparently as the GOP would want us to believe that Trump's are. The attack on Trump is unrelenting, and he's fallen into a couple of little traps. The Colorado thing, of course, is his reaction to Colorado's giving all of their delegates to Ted Cruz just bespeaks the ability of Ted Cruz to do what needed to be done long before, because the rules were changed last August, not the day before the whatever they call what they had. On Hillary's side, there's more than enough evidence to indict her, and this was the very first opportunity in 7 years that Obama, is that an Irish name, like O'Hara or O'Halloran? No, I don't think so. Like that Obama allowed himself to be interviewed by Chris Wallace on Fox News Sunday.
Yeah, it's not a coincidence. The
reason why is he wanted to exculpate Hillary Clinton. And he said something.
And to an audience, not MSNBC.
No, his audience was the Justice Department.
No, but what I'm saying is he picked Fox News. He hasn't talked to Chris Wallace in 8 years, or almost 8 years, he picked Fox News to say what he said, to get involved in an investigation that he said he was not involved in. He put himself in there on Fox News, not CNN, not CBS, not NBC, Fox News, to tell you and I, look, I'm telling you right now, if you're watching because you're Fox News viewers, she's not getting indicted. You need to figure out plan B. What do you think? Go ahead.
Yeah, he said he wasn't going to talk to the Attorney General about the pending investigation, but he just did. He just did. And he did it back in October when he said, and he quote, "No national security issues here, nothing to see, move along," end quote. That was Obama's comment then. And he also said that she would never intentionally put America in any kind of jeopardy. And that he would guarantee, and he used that word guarantee several times during that interview, he would guarantee that there is no political influence in any investigation conducted by the Justice Department, but he's right there guaranteeing that he is influencing the Justice Department. And then in the same interview, he said, I am not talking to my Attorney General about it. I'm not talking about a rigged process. And he's just telling everybody what the game plan is. Now, isn't it Obama? Wasn't it Obama, this president, that wanted to throw reporters in jail and was more aggressive with reporters about classified secrets being leaked than any other president? About 3 years ago.
You remember what was the lady's name? Valerie Plame, right? Remember
she wasn't a reporter.
No, she's CIA. Remember supposedly, supposedly, what's his name? She had a desk job, and the Democrats made the biggest deal of the world because the guy up there at the Sun, Baltimore Sun, I forget his name, outed her, and they made the biggest deal in the world. It was Dick Cheney's chief of staff or whatever slipped the name to. What's his name up there in Baltimore? Baltimore Sun. He's dead now. I forget his name. But anyhow, it was a major deal. And all she had a desk job.
Yeah, she wasn't a field agent.
Yes. And Hillary Clinton, I was talking about this morning with Goldman Sachs. And the reason I paralleled is they are setting us up for words and to change the words and change the meanings and the definitions of things. For example, with Goldman Sachs, they paid a $5 billion fine, for faulty mortgages. Hillary gets to say, I didn't intend to do that. The president gets to say, oh, it was just careless management.
That's the whole thing with progressive government. We meant well. We didn't intend to harm anybody, but we meant well because it needed to be done. Forgive us. And they walk away scot-free.
We promise you can go on about your life today and it won't affect your everyday walking around, and don't let it bother you, and don't let these people lead you to believe that something bad has happened.
That's exactly right. That's the most corrupt ideology in the world. And you mentioned, I think, was it earlier this morning, you mentioned the socialism, or where did I hear that? Maybe it was on the radio. Why we're embracing socialism so bad. There's a college district in Southern California, Orange County, I think, or maybe San Diego, down there, a junior college district who has announced that they're going to open a junior college technical training center in Saudi Arabia. And the radio host was going on about why that was necessary when even his engineer, like your Lonnie over here, going to the school, that very school, and to get a degree, one of the classes he has to take requires him to watch 2-year-olds play. So our education system, we need to snatch that education system away from these people before we have nothing left but just idiots, total idiots who will do what they're told. Why isn't the GOP not talking about these kind of things? Why do we not hear this stuff? It's shocking to me. It's shocking to me. I get worked up when I see
Hillary,
it's malfeasance at the worst.
As I've always said, folks, I won't be wrong. Circumstances will change. Now, I have been on here before, and I've told you that I feel strongly that Hillary would be indicted. I felt strongly that she'll be charged. I've hoped that. I've said that over and over. But I think the president came on Sunday and ended all that. I just think he might have ended all that, and there's nothing to see here. It's like a car wreck, and he came out. He's the final person that comes out. You don't go no higher than the President of the United States, and he comes out and he says, look, folks, you need to move on. Nothing to see here.
Do you trust the President of the United States?
No.
Do you trust the Director of the FBI? Now the onus is in his lap. He's going to have to fish or cut bait. And he can do it by announcing publicly that the investigation is over. There's enough information here to seek an indictment, and that'll be the end of her. The Democrat Party will
George, but let's put two and two together here. The media floated out all of these, and you said interrogate, and I go with you on that. But the media floated out everywhere. You could not click on a website that didn't say that Hillary Clinton was going to be interviewed by the FBI, right?
Yes.
Okay. Next, Hillary Clinton goes to an interview. And they say on a Sunday morning show, have you been this came from Chuck Todd, week before last. Have you been contacted by the FBI concerning an interview? No. She said no, she hadn't. Then the following week, Obama's on Chris Wallace.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you, there's too much smoke here.
Well,
she was going to be interviewed. Name a website you've been to in the last 3 days that you've seen a headline about when Hillary Clinton is going to be interviewed by the FBI. Have you seen one?
No.
That's right.
Not yet.
Not the last couple, but we've seen them every day for a couple days. Right?
Mm-hmm. That's exactly right.
Just saying.
Well, Obama was signaling, like you say, that he does not want Hillary Clinton to be indicted. That was what the Chris Wallace interview was about. Or have any other legal issues impeding her advancement to the presidency. So now, according to Representative Peter King, the ball is in Comey's, the FBI director's lap. And he's got to run with it. And they think he's an independent guy. He's got a guaranteed job for 10 years. And it's
on his shoulder because all accounts says he is going to personally do.
Well, I doubt that.
But that's what the accounts say.
Yeah, right. He might give her rights. But the investigators who have all those things in their mind, all the little details, the bits and pieces, and can immediately snatch a lie if she says one, it'll not get that far. She'll say, I don't want to make a statement. I exercise my Fifth Amendment rights to remain silent, and that'll be the end of that. And she'll have her bevy of attorneys there to ensure that she is not impeded. That's the way the game's played.
We're going to take a brief break. When we come back, we're going to wrap up a couple more things. Folks, I just want to put this out here. You have heard, if you've been listening to the show daily or for a short period of time here, you've heard me say several times, watch Puerto Rico. Now, why do I keep telling you that? Have you noticed recently, if you go back, I'm gonna step out and say I'm probably the first person that brought you Puerto Rico and what's going on with the debt. I will venture to say that. Now, we've talked about it over and over. Have you seen the TV commercials? Have you seen those, George?
Yep.
Right. I've been telling you to pay attention to this. Folks, if Puerto Rico is given what they're calling Super 9 bankruptcy, look for Illinois, California, look for it over and over and over. We need to keep an eye on this, what's going on. And I think that might be a question to ask a congressman that's seeking re-election, regardless anywhere in the United States. Will you vote for a bill or will you vote to give Puerto Rico bankruptcy protection? I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. We'll be back after these short messages. Lonnie, take us a break.
big on service at Schadenkerk. Get a full-service oil change for only $29.99. That's right. Get an oil and filter change, tire rotation, brake check, AC check, and multi-point inspection, all for just $29.99.
Give us a shot at Schadenkerk.
Get the $29.99 oil change special at Schadenkerk Ford or any of our convenient locations in the heart of Georgia.
As Bentley says, give us a shot at Schadenkerk.
Online at SchadenkerkAtlanta.com.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ella next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ella next to Walmart.
El Rey and Ella J.
El Rey Mexican Restaurant.
Family owned and operated and a local favorite for families, parties, and meetings.
Great prices.
Friendly service and delicious Mexican cuisine.
Patio dining available.
Come sing in Carlos's Cantina every Friday 9 to 1.
Eat in or take away.
Same location for 14 years. Open 7 days at the corner of Maddox Drive and 515. North Georgia's favorite Mexican cuisine. El Rey and Ella J.
Only Pizza Hut delivers 2 medium pizzas any way you want for just $6.99 each. Get any quality toppings, any crust, and any 2 freshly made medium pizzas. Get your favorite high-quality specialties like meat lovers or backyard barbecue chicken, just $6.99 each. Only at Pizza Hut.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
New Schadenkerk Ford in Jasper. Highway 515 South, Jasper. SchadenkerkFordJasper.com.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ella. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
I'm Sheriff Dane Kirby, and I'll stand up for you.
I'm Stacy Nicholson, Sheriff of Gilmer County, and I will stand up for you.
Stand up and speak out. No matter how rich, cool, talented you believe yourself to be, how you treat people ultimately tells all. I am Allison Sosby, District Attorney, and I'll stand up for you.
Better days ahead. Truck Month is back at your new Days Chevrolet in Jasper with savings up to $8,000 off MSRP. Right now, get a roomy new Chevy Equinox for just $23,200, or get Days max discount on a new Silverado Crew Cab, just $31,900, plus instant easy credit with Days Fast Track Credit Center. But these Truck Month savings won't last long. Get to Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where Chevy cars and trucks cost less.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
Folks, and we're back, and obviously Lonnie's going to make sure that the music has, you know, it's not just soul, it's your attempt to keep me awake here, but that's good. I need to. Got 30 more minutes. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. North Georgia's only live online morning show. Turn that down a little bit, Lonnie. You're jamming me out here. Here with George, our last 30 minutes, but first I'd like to thank a couple more of our sponsors. Messrs. Orchards, go up 515 into Fannin County. Take a left on Highway 5, go down about a mile on the left-hand side, and you'll find Messrs. Orchards. Go down there, check it out. And also, don't forget, shop at Blue Ridge Ace Hardware. That's Blue Ridge Ace Hardware, and check out their Amish furniture. We're back here. I was telling you a little bit before we wrap up with a couple more things this morning. Keep an eye on Puerto Rico. I'm just telling you, keep an eye on that. Lonnie, are you writing me a story over there? Do I need to know something here? Okay. George, I think I
can't read it.
I don't know how to put this about the I think Trump may be a little short going into the convention. How bad is it if the Republican Party take the nomination from him? Now, the rules are rules. Rules are rules. The Republican Party says you have to have 1,237 or 37 delegates. That's the rules. Donald Trump knew that rule the day he started. And he knew that the day he started, and if he's one delegate short, he didn't get the nomination. You know, what's the old saying? Close but no cigar.
On the first ballot, yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
I mean,
you know, that's the way the game's played.
You play basketball, and it's a 99-98 game. The other team won. It's won, but you can't say I lost by one. You lost.
Well, you know, I think most base voters like the Tea Party types who basically support either Trump or Cruz, they understand the rules. What is going to inflame these people is if suddenly Jeb Bush is the presidential candidate because the party wants it. That will be intolerable. That will not stand. That will be the end of the Democrat Party. Kasich is standing Republican Party. Well, the Democrats are done anyway. The Republican Party. Kasich is standing there with a smile on his face thinking he's going to get it. He's got a Chinaman's chance in hell of getting that damn nomination. But he could be vice president.
What did the Chinaman do? Why did you have to bring the Chinaman?
Yeah, it's always been because, well, it's a long story. We don't have enough time, actually.
The poor Chinaman. How do you get into this?
Well, Consuelo.
Well, you know, they're going to make an issue out of that. I don't see. What if? Let's just bat it around a little bit. What if Bernie Sanders wins New York? Possible?
Yeah, but he hasn't got the superdelegates. That's just going to be another talking point for him. You're not going to mean a darn thing towards him becoming the representative of the Democrat Party at the presidential election level. It ain't going to happen. It's not going to happen. Though the Democrat Party is more corrupt than the Republican Party is when it comes to picking their delegate. You know, Joe Biden might step in there if she's indicted. But what the heck?
Democrats don't show their they don't show their concern or their being upset on their sleeve like Republicans do, or independents, or Tea Party, or they right wing, whatever you want to call anybody out there. They don't show it like that. If Bernie's a New Yorker, okay,
so is Trump.
There's only two New Yorkers in the race.
Yep, Trump and Bernie Sanders.
Right. Hillary's not a New Yorker.
Nope.
Okay.
Yep.
And,
she's a carpetbagger.
And what she may win upstate, but maybe she wins New York.
She will not win upstate. Manhattan is is where her strength will come. Upstate, they don't like her at all. Upstate, and upstate means anything out of New York City area is upstate.
Throughway north.
Those people are like us. They're working people with jobs or no jobs, families, homes, businesses, trying to exist in this country, and they don't like Hillary Clinton.
Well, folks, I tell you, you might think that, hey, he's a socialist. And I didn't think I could give him credit for anything. But I will say at least Bernie knows how to eat a slice of pizza in New York. I got to give him that. He understands how you fold a slice of pizza and eat it. Anyhow, I know that was important because the media does that. The media.
Fold it and eat it?
Oh, you fold the pizza.
Is that a New York habit?
Yes, you do. What the heck? A slice. You get a slice and you get the perfect fold and you eat a slice of pizza. You don't get a fork. Oh my God. Who? Let's move on. I see people get a fork. I'm like, really? Really? Let's move on.
You use a fork so you can stick it in it and know it's done.
No, George, let's move on. Bernie knows how to eat a slice of pizza. But that's what was important to the media this week is who could eat pizza and stuff like that on the campaign trail. Way out there in left field before we do final thoughts. Who's Hillary's running mate? I've been actually thinking about who is Hillary's running mate.
Well, that idea has crossed my mind several times to wonder who...
It won't be Sanders. She doesn't want to run with Bernie Sanders. So he won't have negotiating power to be on the ticket.
I cannot imagine it would be Elizabeth Warren. That would mean two women at the top. That's not going to happen. But it has to be somebody that the Democrat Party wants. Not who they like, but that they want. Do you think Joe would go for a third term?
That's vice president?
Yeah.
I don't know, but I have thought about who is...
Who do you think?
I don't know, but there's going to be such an outpouring of anybody but Hillary. Hillary has to bring somebody on the ticket that brings the Democrats back in.
Into the game, yeah, yes. You're right. Chucky Schumer.
Chucky Schumer, okay,
That I'll throw Chucky out there.
Yeah,
he
we'll
won't
put
do it because
there.
he don't want to give up his sinecure as a state senator in New York.
Folks, we have to save plenty of time because it's always Tuesdays that we have our inspirational moments from our dear friend Oscar Pohl. So we want to save time for that. And also want to let you know at 10 o'clock, stay tuned at 10 o'clock for North Georgia's only live online newscast. That's North Georgia's only online newscast, the Morning Report with Kevin Hensley right here at 10 o'clock. So stay put. We're not through this morning. At this time, I'd like to give George an opportunity to share some final thoughts before we talk about a couple closing subjects here. George, what do you have prepared for us today?
Well, we've talked around the subject here this morning and other times, and it's about the GOP. And it's, are they incompetent or are they actually betraying the voter base? Because we never see anything done. And I have written, as a matter of fact, I have at luncheon the other day at Joe's table, one of the guys told us that something that sparked a thought in my mind, and let's see if I can throw it out here. A luncheon friend caused me to realize that it was actually we, the voter base out here, the Tea Party types, that are actually, in fact, the rhinos in this organization, Republicans in name only. And that the corrupt ones, those destroying the party's brand, are, in fact, establishment politicians. Establishment politicians. Simple as it appears, that's a significant reversion, a slight change of direction in the cognitive thinking process to square away why we need to scrap the whole apparatus of our political elections and who gets there and start over again. And it is from this point that I now believe I can arrange or rearrange my thoughts so that it doesn't appear that I'm attacking the GOP brand, so as if we really don't have a brand anymore, but the infection that has altered that brand thanks to the Karl Roves, the McConnells, and the crony capitalists, and the army of go-along, get-along congressmen who vote how they are told to vote by the Chamber of Commerce crowd. In other words, big money and corrupted business. Now here's the thought. This presidential convention coming up in Cleveland, just a thought. If either Cruz or Trump's campaigns are thwarted by the establishment crowd at that convention to insert their candidate, and you can enter your name, then I will as quickly re-register as an independent, as many others I know will also do. I know this because it is a point of constant discussion here in North Georgia's extra conservative 9th Congressional District. The failure of our establishment Republicans to conduct the nation's legislative business as the conservatives they claim they are has led to this political malaise we are now experiencing and brings into focus the true nature of the establishment GOP's leadership. They're corrupt. We have lost confidence in our representative Congress because they say one thing and do another. They vote the way they're told to vote, not at all in keeping with their statements that got them elected. They can no longer be trusted to do as they said they would do. Even our own Congressman, Mr. Doug Collins, a good man, a serving Air Force Reserve chaplain, a Baptist preacher, and a loving father and a family man, all the qualities expected of a conservative Republican, has still managed to disappoint. And his campaign for a third term is now challenged by at least 4 other candidates. Keep in mind that an incumbent is not necessarily entitled to keep his or her seat. They can be tossed out, and probably should. And still, we have a dangerous lame duck president who seems to be getting his job done. Our GOP gave him a pass with the omnibus spending bill to carry him past the election. Obama now has a chance of leaving office even before Iran and North Korea's nuclear hopes are finally realized. The global warming industry is gleeful about the Paris Climate Change Agreement, passed with little American opposition. Guantanamo is being drained of its hardcore al-Qaeda terrorists because, by presidential fiat, the jihadist operatives there are no longer deemed to present a threat. How's that going for us? The U.S. Treasury has intruded itself into private business by preventing large companies from merging with smaller foreign companies in order to move their legislative headquarters offshore and reduce their excessive U.S. tax burdens. One has to admit that that's not a bad score for a lame duck president with a Republican Congress, is it? For laughs, I just encourage readers to look up the Bipartisan Budget Act of 2011 and see what they all agreed to. Then the BCA of 2015, the budget amendment of 2015, and the numbers will jump out at you. Already the act has become useless as a spending control mechanism. The act sets a maximum amount for discretionary spending, not a goal to be obtained. It has been exceeded each year. So why does the GOP participate in Democrat-set agendas, even now with both houses in GOP hands? Look for the answer in corruption, disguised as doing the people's business. That's it.
Thank you, George. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you coming in every day and being a part of what we do here. We got a couple minutes left before the top of the hour. You know, you're tired of hearing this. You're watching or listening to several newscasts a day, and you know, and I am one of many that just wonder if the efforts to get rid of Trump would have been moved over to the efforts to stop Obama, if there would have been an anybody but Obama movement, if there would have been a hashtag Never Obama, if there would have been a movement that spent $1 billion, the efforts and the anger that's coming out between the two camps, Trump and Cruz, nobody's exempt from it. You know, I wonder if we'd be sitting here today talking about a President Obama, but I don't know. It just seems like if we'd have just took the time to stop him as we have Donald Trump. And if you go down the line of the things that Barack Obama has done to this country, to the American people, and around the world, just not catching on how Trump's that bad. how Trump's that bad. Not figuring that one out, folks. Folks, I want to say a couple of things here, and I want to highlight some things I want to talk to about in the next couple of days. A, pay attention to Vice President, not what Donald Trump's floating out. When he says, hey, I like Marco Rubio, he's hoping that 20 Marco Rubio voters go over and vote for him. No. Think about Vice President at the convention. 2, Puerto Rico. Keep one eye open on the Super 9 bankruptcy that's being sold around town there in Washington, D.C. Keep an eye on that, okay? Corporate welfare. I brought that up this morning. I want you to hear this one more time. Subsidizing corporations without actually thinking about that we're doing it every day happens. Billions of dollars. We get upset when we talk subsidizing ethanol in Iowa, or if Ted Cruz brings it up and says he wants to end subsidies. I'm going to give you something I want you to leave with. We cannot mandate companies, okay? We cannot mandate companies to increase minimum wage. Can't do it. But what we can do is end corporate welfare and allow the free market system to work, and wages will come up. How do I guarantee that? Folks, I've always liked math, and I always liked the X. So no matter what happens, it takes X to live. It takes X to have an apartment or a home. It takes X to have a car. It takes X to have car insurance. It takes X to live. That's the bottom line, and that's the reality. So people are living. They're living with your support or without your support. But X never changes in the equation. It takes X to live. So if we stop welfare, if we stop all the subsidies, if we stop subsidizing apartment for low income, we stop subsidizing everything, which truly is subsidizing corporate welfare, then Mr. and Mrs. will go over to say, hey, I have to find something else because I need X to live, and the government is no longer supplementing X. If you didn't understand that, we'll elaborate a little more. So I'm not asking for anybody to raise minimum wage. I'm asking for the true market, free market society to take place. And do you understand where I'm going?
Yes. Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
100%. Takes X. That's what I have to say. Hey, a couple things, George, this week. I don't want to lose track. I wanted to bring this up to close. I want to spend a little more time reading this, but I put this press release on FetcherNews.com. It came from Hank Sullivan. He is the campaign manager for Mike Scapin. But the reason I put it under the politics section, folks. Politics, not news. It's in politics. And the reason I put this up here is because they actually have gone through the motions of filing a Federal Election Commission violation on the Doug Collins campaign. When you get a chance, I'd like for you to read that. And Mike Scapin, candidate for the 9th District, and Bernie Fontaine have signed this 4-page letter. It's a 4-page letter, and it's to the Office of General Counsel for the Federal Election Commission, and they are claiming a violation. And they just open up, and it says, regarding several articles published on a website known as zpolitics.com, criticizing and disparaging fellow Georgia U.S. 9th House District challenger Paul Brown, certain facts have come to our attention if proven under the FEC procedures, and we expect they will, we believe the re-election campaign of U.S. Representative Doug Collins and Representative Collins himself have knowingly and willingly committed several counts violating FEC Commission rules. That letter is 4 pages. They have signed it. It's not about them. It's not about Mike Scapin or Bernie Fontaine. It's about
Doug Collins?
Well, it's about Doug Collins' campaign, but it's about the attack on Paul Brown.
Did Paul Brown sign it?
No, but these two have signed it and sent it concerning But I put the whole thing up there to read.
It's probably wise. Yeah, I will read it when I get home.
But
this thing won't.
But it is definitely on the folks. It's on the politics. If you go to election 2016 on the politics section, you will see it there. But they are the Stonebridge Group, Doug Collins campaign. I don't want to get too deep into it. And Z Politics, they are claiming, and they write a letter. So I don't know where that goes. But I'd like for you to read that and
we'll
look
talk
at
about
it.
Talk about it
A little more this week. I've invited the candidates, just to wrap up, tell them and tell you also. I invited all the candidates. I don't know if you had an opportunity to see any of the debate Saturday over in Hall County.
I have not.
Okay.
Nope.
I understand debates and forums, and I'm not saying they were wrong, but the Hall County GOP, in these forums, there was a large audience, a lot of campaign signs, There's either a Tea Party involved or a Republican Party, and a large audience and cheering going on. I have offered the candidates no audience, no campaign signs, just the camera, the issues, and me. And that's it, the 5 of them. All of them have accepted, but I'm waiting to hear back from the Doug Collins campaign. I just sent them an email yesterday, but all 4 of the other candidates have accepted to sit down in front of the camera from 9 to 10:30, an hour and a half, with me, the camera. I'm waiting for Collins to get back to me. No audience, no campaign signs, just the issues.
Okay. Would Bill Coakley be involved in this, or would that make him illegal to get involved?
No. He can. No,
you got to ask somebody.
He can volunteer. You need to listen to the answer on that. He can volunteer. The way they explained it the other day is he actually gets paid 40 hours a week. I don't want to mess this up because it'd be unfair to my friend. And a lot of these people are my friends. It'd be unfair to my friend. He actually gets paid 40 hours a week, and my understanding is over and above that, he's volunteering his time. That's my understanding on the campaign. Folks, it is 9:50. I'm your host, BKP. Just a couple things to keep in mind. Tonight at Harrelson Memorial Civic Center in Blairsville, that's in Union County in Blairsville, at 6:30, Roger Fitzpatrick, candidate for U.S. House District 9, will be speaking, and at 7 o'clock we will start 2 forums. We will have those recorded on FetcherNews.com. We'll have 2 candidate forums tonight. That is for State House, Georgia State House, District 8, and Union County School Board. That's tonight in Blairsville. Now, if you didn't catch us at the beginning of the show, if you wanted to see the Fannin County Chamber of Commerce 2016 primary candidate forum, you can do that. Go to FetcherNews.com, Fannin County, click on Election 2016, and that 3.5-hour forum, it's there. Every office last night that was there for the forum is on that video. You can see that. All the names are listed. If you did not get an opportunity to see the Gilmer County probate judge debate last night, that is on Gilmer County. Go to FetcherNews.com, Gilmer County, click on Election 2016, and you can find that there. We're going to have Oscar Poole, Inspirational Minutes with Oscar Poole. And then after that, stay tuned at 10 o'clock for North Georgia's only live online newscast, Kevin Hensley. Okay, and that's going to be right at 10 because what does it take? About 4 minutes for Oscar and 4 minutes for commercials, Lonnie? So it's going to be right at 10 o'clock so we make that happen. And folks, if you're looking for me, don't look for me. I'm taking a nap. I got to have some rest. I'll talk to you tomorrow. George, you coming tomorrow?
Yeah, yep.
You'll be here? George will be here tomorrow. So will I.
Unless I'm dead or dying.
As my mom used to say, good Lord will it. We'll see you tomorrow at 8 a.m. I'm BKP, and this is George, and we're out of here. Lonnie, take us out.